doing something stupid, right?
My huge Europe trip got cancelled.
Recalculating.
2,500 kilometers, lots of mountain passes, and Slavic influences. I won't be alone, but I have some amazing friends by my side. Day 5, the day when the last 2 trip members joined us, and also the day that impressed me the most. Me, Anka, and Juan would start a tour at our Airbnb and ride for a few kilometers up to a meeting point, while Ovidio and Thea would start in our hometown. Ovidio told me about the side road that had fresh asphalt, so naturally I had to try it. I'll justify this detour by saying it was a great warm-up for the Transalpina Highway. What is Transalpina more exactly? In short, it's an alpine road crossing the Carpathians that got finished a few years ago. I expected the pass itself to be impressive. What I didn't expect was the racetrack that led up to it. About 70 kilometers of the finest, smoothest, twisty road you can find, and all of this just leading to something even greater. If you're not a motoring enthusiast, for comparison, for a passionate motorcycle rider, this is the fun equivalent of having a go at Pamela Anderson in the 90s. Of course it couldn't be perfect, since Ovidio took a wrong turn and went about half hour the wrong way, until he got cell signal and realized that we had called him several times, like 10 times or more. Still, when you thought this road couldn't get any better, well... Days like this make you completely forget about all the mishaps of the days before. Suddenly I could care less about the disappointment that was Transfagarasan, about the shitty villages we've been through. All that mattered was the moment. Just me, a beautiful road, breathtaking scenery, and a 100 horsepower machine tamed just by my right wrist. In that moment you don't think about work, you don't think about anything. And it's because of moments like these that I love the sport so much. And I think nothing can compare. Such a day requires a great reward, and that's exactly what we did at a restaurant next to the top of this pass. After having a soup, a good pair of ribs, and a local dessert, suddenly I knew how it felt like to be an American. The next stop was a place called the Colorful Forest. An artist basically decided that painting trees is a good idea, and he took a bit of a forest and started doing that. I mean, kudos to him. I can imagine my time would have better use cases than that, but hey, whatever tickles his pickles. It's not something you see every day, sure, but you don't see cars with ears every day, and nobody ever said, ooh, I wish my Chevy had more resemblance to Mickey Mouse.
I mean, it's a forest.
It's a painted forest.
Whatever, the day ended at our hotel in a nearby city. We visited some famous rocks. They are made by a really popular Romanian artist called Dancuș. So there's that. Look, after a day like this, I could honestly care less about the monuments. I mean, the walk in the park was nice, but really nothing could top Transalpina. I'll definitely remember this for a long, long time. I think every tour should have some time off days. Riding is cool and awesome, but your own ass will start to hate you soon. So rest days are always welcomed. This was exactly the case for day 6, just a short connection road to a place called the Danube's Boilers.
So this is a day in the south of Romania. Let's just say that southern Romania doesn't look that great. Every city looks really like communist.
On the way we stopped to visit 2 more things, a tower in the city and the last pier of a bridge built by the infamous Roman Empire across the Danube. Can't you see it? Neither could we. Because of the whole virus thingy, we actually decided to rent a boat to see the boilers up close. We left Ovidiu in charge of the negotiations, and Ovidiu being Ovidiu, he got us a little surprise. Let's just say he opted for the boat equivalent of an AMG package. Now, of course, as always, something had to go wrong, and in this case, the boat ran out of fuel. The funny thing is the boat driver never actually admitted this, but we still had to drift away for about 30 minutes until someone brought over some spare petrol.
Until the gas replenishes itself. Which one? This one with the column of it.
I think you drown way before you take the boots
You can
off.
just casually take them off, like.
Like, you know who you're talking to? So was it worth it for you to get the speed version?
Yes.
Did you know he got the speed version?
This is how
I mean,
lame
it was
you think I
bumpy.
am?
Yes.
Not really, but
I jumped from a plane.
Overall, this day was not focused on riding, but more on relaxing and hanging out with friends. We barely managed to find accommodation for the night since we were only booking one day in advance, and apparently we were caught in some religious holiday. Either way, at night we met another family that were staying at the same place as us, and this interaction completely reshaped our trip, in the most unexpected way possible. But for that, as all good TV shows, this must end in a cliffhanger, so tune into the last episode of this trip. Also give this video a like, share, subscribe and click the bell icon, all the good stuff, and see you later for Tripp'in the Carpathians.